Hello and welcome to yet another Sit and Talk. I'm Lee, and obviously we've got Deacon here.
What's going on, guys? How are we all? How you doing, Lee? How are you?
Yeah, I'm not bad, mate. I'm not bad. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. Oh, that's my bad. I always do that. I always get the YouTube link and then I have it up on the second screen and then it catches up and then it sounded like you were saying hello to me again for the second time. Very unprofessional. I apologize, but I hope you're well. Yeah, no, sorry. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. That's what that is. I can see you're clean shaven now. We can see your face.
I had to, mate. I had to. It's just been going crazy at the moment. Obviously, I ain't got to take this hat off because it's
we don't want to. Saying that though, if you're lucky enough to see and know where the Dryland Discord is, Rick is, I know, then you will see a very, very beautiful picture of Lee, pre-recorded, pre-live, of his stunning hair. So that's in the Discord for your enjoyment, Rick. I hope you enjoy that one. But yeah, you're looking well. You're looking well. We've got a really good episode today. We're going to be talking about your hoarding problems, all of your football shirts, of your football shirts, and everything like that. So obviously, a lot of them are match signed. A lot of them are match worn.
Yep.
As well. So there's going to be lots of shirts that we're going to look at today. Hey Jack. Hey Rick. Hey Ed. Welcome. Thanks for all popping by. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, we're going to have a look at all of your shirts, some of your shirts, because if we had a look at all of them, we'd need to do maybe like a 6-hour live viewing.
I think there'll be a few hours. Obviously, we got 7 viewers here. If you ain't subscribed, please subscribe and like what we're doing. You know, it's obviously in lockdown. We're all a little bit all over the place. So obviously we can't walk and talk. We can't do anything. But me and Deacon have been speaking offline regarding a little project we got. Yes. But I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for this idea, really, Deek. You know, in challenging times where we're trying to think of things to do and things to say, you know, it's all good bringing in a celebrity and talking to them like we have done. And don't get me wrong, they've been amazing. All of them have been amazing. But we've got to kind of like keep it fresh and keep it a little bit different. So I think
apparently it's fresher than me because apparently I smell. So Little Red Box, thank you. But yes, Sorrento, yeah, Amalfi Coast, just off south coast of the south of Naples, the home of pizza. My favorite, but also has become a bit of a problem. I can't wear most of my football shirts anymore because
I think most of us are like that.
A little bit of weight, especially in the lockdown. It's gotten worse. It's definitely gotten worse. So we're gonna have a look at some of your shirts today. We're just gonna talk about them, if they've got any emotional connections, who the signatures are, what your fond memories of the shirt is, because you're obviously a Fulham fan. Massively. But you don't only just have Fulham shirts. We're obviously going to see maybe a few Fulham shirts today, but you haven't just got Fulham shirts. You've got lots of different shirts. We were talking about it just now. You've got a Netherlands shirt, Barnsley, QPR. It's not like you're just not like me, where I'm just like anyone but Arsenal in the Premier League, and then everything else is just outside of the Prem, and I'm fine with it. But you've got such an array of shirts, and we're going to have a great time just going through all of your shirts and talking about those and talking about what means something to you, because obviously I know that your personal Twitter is, what was it again? Your
Matchworn shirt one.
There you go. He's the first one. He's the first one, but he's obviously got something, somewhat of an obsession with collecting football shirts, whether they be match worn or signed, or just because it's like a unique shirt. As he knows, he used to have the shirt that I really wanted, which was the Bruised Banana signed by Ian Wright, which he subsequently sold. I don't know for how much, but he sent me the picture like a week ago. It's just to rub salt in the wound after the episode where I said, what shirt would I like the most? And it'd be the Bruised Banana Ian Wright shirt. And then I got really excited as well because of obviously a couple of weeks ago, was it last week we spoke to Paul Moody? It was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, Paul. Yeah.
Last week when we spoke to Paul Moody, he said that Ian Wright would have been the person that out of everyone, it would have been Ian Wright, the shirt that he would have loved to have swapped with, even though he didn't really like the idea of swapping shirts, which I kind of like the honesty of the answer. But So Lee,
good lad is Paul. But yeah, like I said, I've got a load of obviously I'm a massive Fulham fan, Fulham.
Yep.
And it's just been an obsession really, and something like I like history, and obviously I like my club, so I want to preserve things, and hopefully this gives people a little bit of obviously we do what we do with men's mental health. Hopefully it sparks some good memories, and hopefully we see some comments coming up from Fulham supporters regarding what they remember, where they were this game, and and so forth. But I think give me a number between 1 and 1,000.
I like this. I like this game.
Should I randomly pick one? Should I just randomly pick one? Or
no. What, a number between 1 and...
Well, your number's endless.
Okay. All right. Let's go with number 8. Let's go with number 8. My lucky number. Yeah. What your nice number? Yeah, go for it. How you doing, Starkey? Maestro, Gavin, Titch, Dim. How you doing, guys? Jack. Hi, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for popping in. I really do appreciate it. Right. So we have the first shirt.
First, I'm going to stand up and do this.
Stand up. Parade it for us. Are you going to do some Is he going to do some modelling? We don't know.
I never wear a football shirt in my life.
Right. So what we have here, Northern Ireland.
This one is Northern Ireland, as you can see.
Yeah. So it's an international shirt versus Slovenia. Does that look like? Yeah. 2009. Fantastic.
A World Cup qualifier.
Amazing.
Worn by Chris Baird. There's a nice little message on the shirt as well.
Yeah, he's got it on the front and the back. Is it the same message?
Yeah, it's the same message.
Keep up with the collection, Lee. Best wishes. That's incredible.
He wore this in the game, and I was speaking to his wife Sarah, and subsequently seen that I collect, and donated it to me, and it's hugely appreciated. It's the shirt prices has gone through the roof. You look at the bruised banana we were talking about earlier. A couple of years ago they were going for next to nothing. Now everybody wants one, and it's just literally taken over. And they've done the reproduction one this year, and that was
we were talking about that.
I think that was about 80 quid, 70, 80 quid.
Yeah, we were talking about it came out on my birthday, 11th of December. And I was thinking, I might treat myself to a cheeky little bit of, redone bruised banana. Then I checked out the price, and I went, I don't know if I like it that much. And then we were talking about obviously the logo. Was it? Yeah, it's the Arsenal logo and the Adidas logo. They're a little bit too close together, kind of in line with the JVC, and it kind of looks really off. So I wasn't too interested in getting it. But so what's the story behind that Northern Ireland shirt? You were having a chat with him on Twitter. Yeah,
with his wife Sarah.
Oh, okay.
And obviously my Twitter is quite self-explanatory, if I'm honest. And got speaking, and then says like, "Do you want one?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." Add to the collection, and then they sent it to me, which was an absolute touch.
It's amazing that they can just do that. But once again, it's that thing of they're just like us. They're just normal guys.
Yeah. But that's. I think that's what we're trying to achieve here. I think a lot of people when we had Paul Konchesky on, a lot of people spoke to me after, and they went, obviously I know of Paul Konchesky, but I didn't know the person. And when people find out the person and what down to earth geezer he is, he's just. It just makes it so much easier.
Great guy.
He's nice.
He's a great guy. I'm still very much looking forward to going to have pie and mash with him at his shop in Brentwood. Very much looking forward to that.
So yesterday was a massive historic day for Fulham. I don't know if you saw
your tweet. I saw your tweet.
It still gets me, and I still won't watch the final if I'm honest.
I can see it. So what's next?
It's Damien Duff's shirt from the final. So he wore this shirt. Let me get it out. He wore this shirt in the final. It's absolutely.
Yeah, we need music for modelling. That's true. That's very true, Ed. We do. Wow. Look at that. Let's stand up. Let's parade this shirt around a little bit. That's incredible. Wow.
It is just to think. Like, I was in the stands in Hamburg, obviously on the Europa League journey. It was just the most surreal thing ever. And so to now hold this and have this in my hands, it just brings it all back. That emotion, the passion, the desire, the never say die attitude of the whole season.
Speaking of passion, Lee. Speaking of passion, we all want to ask one question:
Have
you washed it?
Yeah.
It doesn't smell of the passion anymore, does it?
It's been washed. All of them have been washed. They're all folded up and really
looked after taken. Well, they look massively. Like they look like they're shirts that you bought today. Do you know what I mean? They look brand spanking new. So how were you able to get in contact with Damien Duff? Was it another Twitter situation?
No, it was a collector, a fellow collector. Yeah, he was getting rid of it, and I this was what, 5 years ago. Yeah, and I paid next to nothing for it, if I'm honest. But I won't sell it for anything if I'm.
No,
if
of
I'm
course. Well,
honest.
it's got sentimental value, 100%. There we go. Holy Jesus.
Hold up. I might have something for you.
There you go. Just guys, this is what this is now. You just put a name in chat, and Lee will pull out the shirt.
Literally. So this was from Reading away. We had to beat Reading away. We won away all season. I think it's about for 30 odd games away all season.
I do like the red and black. The red and black.
Yeah, it's from the 1975.
Yeah, I like that
season. Obviously, we went to the cup final. Obviously,
there we go. Hangerland, there you go. Ask and you shall receive.
It is absolutely huge. I got a Danny Murphy one of these, obviously Matchworn, and it is unbelievable.
What size is that Hangerland shirt?
It's XL. It's XL. Most players will wear small.
Yeah.
It's surreal, but this is just absolutely huge.
It's not like he's XL because he is, slightly, he's got some love handles or whatever. He's XL because he's just a really big guy.
A nice guy. Nice guy. But this obviously Eric Nevland scored up at Reading. We beat him 3. Was it 2-1 or 3-1? I can't even remember.
What season was this?
2007.
2007. Yeah,
the Great Escape season for Fulham.
There we go. And then obviously, a couple of seasons later, you got yourself into one of the most memorable. So it was kind of like
massively. I think like I said in one of my tweets, it was just like, I don't think you realised. Like, to me, this is why I want to do bring football with men's mental health, because it is just so connected. It's so many men. I've had this conversation with you. I've had this conversation with hundreds of people on the walk that their team lose and they feel like, well,
I say this all the time.
Their team win, and it's just the most euphoria they've ever experienced.
The dopamine hits, man.
Yeah, should we go for an Eric Nevland shirt?
Yes.
Poppy shirt. Should we go for a poppy shirt?
I love it. Let's do it. Yes, I do. That's one of my favorite things is when they put the poppies on the shirts. I love that. I look for those because I really enjoy those.
To be fair, Arsenal are really good because Arsenal have like an embroidery on it, not just like the normal sticker that we all see that just heat presses on. And Fulham, for the only time they did this.
Oh well, there you go.
Embroidered.
There you go. It just adds a little bit of je ne sais quoi.
And again, this is 2010 and a small. So
yeah, you can see the size difference already. The other one, the Hangerland shirt kind of blocked you completely from view when you were holding it up. This one, I can see the sides of you. It's not a problem.
Yeah, you can see my love handles, yeah.
Sure. I didn't want to say it.
But he's a nice lad. Eric Nevland, I was talking to him and he donated another shirt to me. So
is this another Matchworn?
Yeah, this is Matchworn from the
Wigan shirt that we're going to be looking at this evening. Matchworn, pretty much.
Yeah. And the massive difference is badge sizes.
There you
Everything goes large.
Yeah, that is pretty big. Well, you can't really do that nowadays, considering because a lot of football teams now have got shirt sponsors on their shoulders.
Yeah. So it only applies to one of them. One arm sleeve. So we go for another copy one. A player, Bristol City, a player that was on loan from Fulham at Bristol City at the time. Who I'm trying to get on this show at the moment. Matthew Briggs.
There it is, and there's the signature on the 9.
Yeah, he's again. You can see the two differences of.
Yeah, it's different. It's different ball game, isn't it?
See, this is just a heat press, and this is
You can see that. You can see the difference. It's a different world. Look at that. Yeah, it's night and day, mate. It's night and day.
It's just totally two different broideries. It's just the way it is. We go for another Brig shirt while we're
go for it. Yep.
So this was worn against FC20 at home.
Wow.
Obviously, the season after we competed.
Kappa shirt. They were quite dry. They were quite tight, weren't they? They were made to be quite tight. You can kind of see the sort of the pecs. The pecs where it goes.
That's the design of it. This was the season after 2000, the Europa League final. This was FC20, so it's just after Christmas. Obviously, it's got like your flash badges at the side.
Yeah.
It's got the Fulham Foundation.
That's brilliant.
Fulham charity, which is I like this. I think
a nice little touch.
Chelsea do it in Europe.
Yeah, that's a nice little touch.
He's a nice lad, Briggs, and obviously what's happened to him over the years, his career has declined. But that's football, isn't it? That's just the way it is.
That's it.
We got. Go on.
No, I was just going to say thanks, Rick, for mentioning the Bristol City thing. I told you before the stream of the Bristol City, and Starkey taking the mick as well about the Chelsea thing. Anyway, I'm going to ignore you two. I'm going to ignore you two with your comments, you bastards. Anyway, we've got some Nike fans. Apparently, some people are liking the Nike shirts. Pull out another Nike shirt, Lee.
Another Nike shirt.
Another Nike shirt. Let's have a look. We do like the Nikes. We do like the dry fits. We do like a dry fit.
This is probably one of my favourite shirts.
Okay.
I went out to Italy to watch this game. Obviously, watching Go Lazio back in the day on a Sunday.
On Channel 4?
Yeah, on a Sunday. It meant so much to me to see my little club. Let's be fair, man. My little club playing the greats of Roma and so forth. But we went out to Turin. We weren't expecting nothing, but I was really excited to see my team play Juventus. We lost out there 3-1, but a player scored called none other than Dixon Atuhu. Absolute worldy goal. And it was a Nike shirt. And this is the shirt from that game, from Dixon's goal.
Wow.
So in Turin, he scored in this shirt in Turin.
What's the story of this shirt? How did you get this shirt?
A fellow collector.
And so I'm guessing that your connections for other match-worn shirts, signed shirts, your networking tree, so to speak, is pretty extensive. Then you know a few people. We obviously know that you've got quite a few connections when it comes to actual football players. Obviously, we've had Konchesky and we've had Moody on the pod, but obviously we've got some other little feelers out to try and get a few other people coming on. But obviously, your networking tree does extend in the match-worn area with regards to the shirts, and this is obviously direct result of this. You're able to obtain such shirts like this Fulham shirt.
Yeah, it's been a massive hobby of mine for years, and something that I really never told anybody. It was just something I like doing, and like recapping something. Like I'm looking at this shirt, thinking it was cold in Turin that day.
Yeah,
it was absolutely freezing, but I was with some great people and some wonderful people, and it really just hit me. And it might be the goal, the game, but it was just the whole day as a whole. It just reminds me, it's just hearing this shirt, and then obviously us going absolutely batshit crazy in the away end and trying to just jump off everything and everybody and just go absolutely mad. And Dixon was wearing this shirt at the time. It just baffles me. I sound sad, but I like bringing memories back to people.
Not at all, man. Everyone's got their habits, man. Everyone's got their little things that they're obsessed with and everything like that. And yours just happens to be football shirts, my man. And they're not just any old football shirts. These are match-worn football shirts. These are signed, personalized football shirts. These aren't just generic ones. These are directly written out to yourself with best wishes shirts. It's not. I wouldn't think that. Wouldn't think so in a million years. This is definitely something that puts a smile on not just your face, but the faces of people that likes to see these sort of things. 100%, 100%. So, Rick's just said here, with all the football shirts you have, so you have any on any wall? Oh yeah, do you have any on a wall? Do you have any of them put in a frame or?
I have one that's signed by Kit Simons, probably my favourite Fulham home shirt of all time.
Wow.
So it's nothing major. It's not worn. It's nothing like that. It's just a signed shirt. I would like to. I don't think I would want to get them all framed, if I'm honest.
No, sure.
I like people like taking it somewhere. You know, we done an exhibition at Fulham a couple of years ago with the Fulham Supporters Trust, and that was really good. Sean Davis come down, whose shirt is not in this pile, but it's in another pile which is stored away and looked after. I just don't want to be pulling everything out. There is enough shirts to last us for about 4 hours, if I'm honest. So
no, we were saying that obviously at the very beginning. If you had to pull out all your shirts, so if you could give us a ballpark number of actually how many shirts you own in total, what would it be roughly? I'm guessing you probably don't know the exact number, but if you give us a ballpark figure, just to give us a little bit of
500-600.
And where do you just keep them all together? And you keep them in those bags that kind of just like shrink down, right?
Yeah,
fantastic.
Just keep it all, and obviously when I need it. And I've always wanted to do like an exhibition with men's mental health and people talking about things. You know, whether it's Arsenal match-worn shirts or Fulham, Chelsea, whoever. I think a lot of us can relate to a certain situation. You know, I think most people watching this are not Fulham fans, but they can obviously appreciate the goal out in Turin, and a few people will remember it. If not, I'll put it up on social media. But the next shirt we've got, obviously we went down. We went down 2014, I think. At Stoke. Stoke sealed our fate. It was awful. It was an awful season, if I'm honest, under Felix Magath. Oh God, it was mate, it was grim. But I got a shirt from the Stoke away game, which, like I said, sealed our fate, and we were relegated that day. It's from a player that had probably one of the best songs for football.
Okay.
I'm not going to sing it. I'll say it.
We were going to ask for a rendition. We were going to ask.
He's Iranian. Ashkan is Iranian. He's an Iranian at Fulham. He's Iranian.
What is that? It's that's Sting, right? Illegal Alien, Englishman in New York. Brilliant song. He's an
absolute quality player. This player, Ashkan Dijaga.
I'm not familiar. I'm not too familiar with him, but what a great name! What a great name! I do like the colours. They're my community colours, so I like that. A little bit of the orange, a little bit of the blue. Do like a little bit of that.
Weird, isn't it?
It's different. It's really different. It stands out. It gets the attention. I like it.
It's something different, and obviously we only wore it for the season. And to be fair, he signed it as well? Is he?
Yeah, he signed it. He signed it, of course. I'd be shocked if you had a shirt that wasn't match-worn or signed. Going to be completely honest, I'd be totally and utterly shocked. So, do you when you hold that shirt, do you feel not animosity towards it, but do you feel disappointment, anguish? Is it a frustrating shirt, or do you still love it like any of your other football shirts? Because Sean in the chat said, how many Fulham shirts do you actually have in total? Is a great question, because I think that's probably a large number.
I would have to sit down and count them all. There are hundreds.
So is it a bad shirt to have in your hand?
No, I think supporting Fulham is it's a love. We don't support Fulham because we're going to win every week. We support it because A, it's your local team. B, it's something that you believe in. It's you go, you meet the most amazing people. You feel like a community within the club, and I
love that.
You feel such a connection with them, and then they lose on the pitch. You feel deflated and lost yourself. You go down, and you want the best for your team and everything. You want to see them in the best league. You want to see them play the best players. But then the reality comes in. I prefer the Championship, if I'm honest. I love the Championship. I think when we went up recently in the Premier League,
it's a tough league, man.
Mate, it's a hard league.
Tough league. Is it 46 games? 46 games.
Yeah,
it's a lot of games, mate. That's a lot of games, and everybody knows. Everybody knows that when you're playing in the Championship, it's a little bit more robust. The quality of the pitches. I'm not saying I'm not going to say they're bad, but they're not like Arsenal carpet pitches where it's like creme de la creme. You just got to get down to it. Rugged football. Everyone loves a little bit of Championship football, and I followed the Championship football obviously because of my weird love for Derby Football Club. But as I said, that's a long story. Speaking of Derby Football Club, Mr. Matthew Bailey has popped into the stream, a Rams fan himself. And Starkey, funny enough, has got a really good Dijaga. He's got moves like Dijaga. I thought that was obviously. I thought that was good. The time as well. I don't know, man. Like, if he was playing in today's ages, like I think that's probably the song. Yeah, just saying. That's a good one.
Brutal. If you go to
hit us with another shirt.
Right. So obviously, as you know, Mohamed Al Fayed owned Fulham.
Yes, and he had the Michael Jackson statue outside.
We're going to leave that alone.
No.
We're going to leave that alone. So Mohamed Al Fayed owned Fulham, and he had a little corner shop in Knightsbridge. Do you know the corner shop?
Yeah, the little one, the tiny one, with like a few lights on the of Yeah. I'm familiar with it.
And
slightly familiar with it.
What's their colour?
He used to own it. He sold it for a couple of pounds.
Yeah, a couple of quid.
Just a couple of quid here and there. Pocket money for this man. But so what's this shirt?
What colour is Harrods? What colour?
It's that's green, isn't it? Harrods is green.
Green and
red.
No, green and
See
if anybody else gets it in the comments. Green and green.
I've driven past it so many times as well, but I don't know. Green and gold. Green and gold.
Green and gold. Who got that?
Thinking about it. Green and gold.
Did you get that?
No. I don't. I didn't go. You can see my hands. No. I've driven past it loads of times, man. I've driven past it loads of times. Okay, yeah. Harrods.
So this was.
Oh, this is the shirt that I liked. When you took it, so Lee, and to fill you guys in, Lee took a picture of all of the shirts kind of sprawled around on the floor, and I spotted that one purely because I like the color green. And I like I like camo green. I like that color. I really do. And I've got an obsession with it. As you can see, my shed is green pillow, green chair. There's like subtle green bits everywhere, but that's a really nice shirt, man. I like you've got the gold badge as well.
Yeah, it's Al Fayed proper went to town on it.
He really did.
And obviously it's a poppy shirt, so it was worn up at Newcastle.
Okay.
Obviously worn by the legend, Simon, who scored 10 years ago yesterday in the final. It's a lovely shirt.
It's signed. It's signed between the numbers, right? Yeah. I thought I'd see it. I thought I saw it. So what season was this?
2011, 2010, 11.
Okay.
Yeah. I
season after then.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Kappa. It's just stretch. It's just,
I can see you stretching it out as quality.
Mate,
how does it feel? Have you worn it? Worn it?
I've never worn any of them. I wouldn't dare to do it, mate.
You wouldn't wear a Kappa. You wouldn't wear a Kappa shirt. It is like an Australian rugby shirt, and obviously a lot of football shirts nowadays in today's day and age, they make those. You've got those match fits shirts, and then you've got like the fans shirts for when you're down the pubs with your mates having a 717 before you go into the stadium.
That's an absolute skank from clubs, man. I think that's disgusting. If I'm honest, I think that is
but at the end of the day, man, if you don't want to buy it, you don't have to buy it.
That's true.
It just gives you, if no one's going to have to hold your hand. No one's going to hold your hand as you walk into the store. If you've got no understanding of how to, not jump into the deep end and buy yourself £120 shirt, then that's entirely up to you. That's entirely up to you. But I really like the colours. I really like the colours on that shirt. I spotted that one in the pile of the shirts. It's kind of the one I kind of zoned in on.
And we did Fulham. I've got it somewhere around. It's in a box. Fulham done I think the first batch was stolen or something like that. I can't remember the full story, but I think they were stolen. But anyway, they re-released it, and it was, I think there was only like 5,000 made, It come in a box, and it was signed by Mohammed Al Fayed, but instead of his signature, it was stitched in. So I've got that. I think that's at my mum and dad's. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's a lovely shirt. It's a blinding shirt. So we go from that we go back a couple of years now, and probably one of which I've seen Fulham fans' favourite shirts. It's huge. It's the style, obviously, dictates the decade, really.
Okay.
This is.
Oh wow! Badge in the centre.
It's
Dabs.com. What's Dabs.com?
Right, this is XL.
That's a big shirt. That's a big shirt.
It's wide. It's wider than anything.
Like, yeah, that for me. That feels bigger than the Hangerland shirt, which was an XL as well.
Exactly. The Hangerland shirt is more fitting.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
This is out. Like,
why
I understand all the way back.
Holy Jesus! Why is it so?
It was just the era. It was just the
fashion. Just having really
early 2000s
baggy shirts.
Yeah, early 2000s, and you see the small players. So we had Maurice Volks, great player, absolute hilarious fella. He used to ride a fold-up bike to Fulham. He used to play for Arsenal. Yeah, he used to play for Arsenal.
Did he?
Oh, yeah, Volksy.
Didn't even know. He
was class. He was good. He was. Volks.
Did he used to wear that shirt whilst he rode on in his bicycle? And he gets the wind against him, and he's like a sail, and he just flies off down the road.
He might as well.
That's it.
I've got this one. This one's quite a special one. This is the oldest one in my collection. It dates back to 1977. Gordon Davies wore this for Fulham. It's seen better days, if I'm honest, but I'm trying so hard to look after it and keep it in pristine condition for future generations, should we say. Obviously, we've gone through a few of the badges, and obviously this badge is a lot different.
Wow.
If you look here.
Wow, look at that.
Notice the size of this shirt, okay?
Okay. Oh, I love that. That's a great shirt. I love the old school Adidas shirts. Absolutely love the old school Adidas logo.
It is just...
Yeah, it's still there. It's still there.
Do
you know what I kind of like? I kind of like the shirts where they don't have the name on them and they've just got the number. They just look really crisp, you know?
It looks sincere, doesn't it? It's just this shirt is just unbelievable. Worn by Gordon Davies. It is just to think a man can fit into that. It is Capper-esque.
Well, you know, that's true. At the end of the day, man, and look, you know, 99.9% of these footballers, not including Luke Shaw, are extremely fit. They're extremely fit players. You know what I mean? So, you know, getting into something like that, and especially in that day and age where they were wearing shirts like that and the little micro shorts.
Oh yeah, that like this.
Do you know what I mean? The ones that are just like a little bit. They're so high and they're so tight. It allows Gary Lineker to sit on the pitch and do some business, mate.
But this has to be one of my favourite shirts.
It's a great shirt, man. That's a great shirt. I do like the old shirts, man. Is that like a V-neck as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably comes down quite low.
Not really. It's split here.
Oh, okay.
Split. When I brought it, it was just such a bad condition. I've hand washed it about 1 million times.
Oh, is the black in the V bit, the black bit? Is that split? That's not supposed to be like that.
That's split.
Oh, it kind of looks like it's meant to be like that.
No, and obviously it's just
it kind of works.
Yeah, it's just phenomenal, and that's a medium.
Wow! Imagine the small.
Yeah, you're going to the kid sizes now.
That's it. Sean's asked a really good question. Do you prefer long or short sleeve shirts? What's your preference?
I don't care. I'm not really bothered.
Okay. I definitely prefer short sleeve. Long sleeve, I think it gets really in the way. Because speaking of short and long sleeve shirts, I know that Arsenal for many, many years had a very, it was a captain's tradition for the captain to choose what we wore for the match day, i.e. long sleeve or short sleeve shirts. And it became quite a bit of a media kerfuffle when, you saw certain players that were cutting the sleeves off because they had to wear a long one, or wearing the undergarments underneath to make it look longer. And everyone's like, there's undermining going on in the Arsenal dressing room. I'm thinking there must be bigger things to worry about than that.
Yeah, my mate, Shaky, who's probably the oracle of shirts, a wonderful man who's currently, I don't think he's well at the moment. So sending massive love to Shaky. He wrote a book on Arsenal shirts. It's a wonderful book. I hopefully try to get him on here. He's one person I would like to get on here. A wonderful guy. So sending my love to him as always. A good guy. I'm gonna go with. So we had Hangerland shirt, which you said you like the red and white. The red and black.
The red and black stripes is really nice.
Obviously, it stems back from the 1975 season, as I stated. But in 2002, correct me if I'm wrong on these dates. I was feeling so old at the moment. Our first season in the Premier League, 2001, and we had a similar shirt. Obviously earlier version of what we had.
I'm loving the Pizza Hut. I'm loving that. That's brilliant.
I tell you what, they've done a competition at Fulham. I think if at half time, if you could kick the ball through the ring that was attached to the goal, I think he got a year's supply of pizza, and it was.
That's amazing.
Exactly.
That's amazing. That reminds me of like American basketball.
Yeah, I think it was just engaged the sponsor, wasn't it?
That's brilliant. I'm well up for that.
This was worn up at Bolton by probably one of the greatest players I've ever watched live.
Ooh.
He scored. Right, here we go. We'll give him a quiz.
Okay.
Give him a quiz. He scored the first ever goal in the 1998 World Cup.
1998 World Cup.
He played for
Fulham. Can you
Monaco.
say? Okay. I was going to say international. Who did he? What did he?
Oh, yeah, you could.
Who did he score? What international?
Yeah, World Cup international. First goal ever. First goal of the 98 World Cup against Brazil. So, played for Monaco.
Brian McBride.
Nope.
Oh, coming in. Anyone else, guys? Any other ideas, guys? He's from Cameroon.
Nope.
Oh, Rick. Come on, Rick. Come on, guys. One of you got it. Come on. Any other clues? Any other clues? Give us another clue.
He was a recent manager of Hibernian, I believe.
You believe?
I believe
he was still the manager of Hibernian.
No, he's not. He's
not the manager. Okay, all right. So he was for a time. So he's gone into managerial after his football career. Okay, interesting. Anyone else, guys? Anyone else? Can you give us his country? Where's he from?
Scotland.
Oh, that's he's gone back home to manage. I wonder if it's got anything to do with the fact Mali.
Nope.
So Scotland scores against Brazil in the 98. It's the World Cup, wasn't it? That wasn't Japan, was it?
France.
Oh yeah, of course France won it. Thierry Henry. I remember it.
Not Carlos Bocanegra. No. Rick's got it.
Well played, Rick. Well played, sir.
Absolute pleasure watching this man play football. What he couldn't do with a ball was just naughty on the ball. And again, looking at this shirt, it sparks up all them memories of which you don't see on YouTube, which you don't see Googling it or whatever you want to do. You don't see what an absolute legend this guy was. Seeing it in your face, it's just unbelievable watching him play football. Absolute class act. Absolute amazing guy.
So how did you get that shirt? What was the story?
Another collector. Another collector. Yeah.
The wonderful world of the collector.
Yeah, it's just when you've been doing it for so long, it's just you get used to used to people. You just talk to people.
Sean just put how Scotland doesn't do World Cup. That's pretty fair, I guess.
98 they did.
98. Interesting times, man. Japan was 2002 then.
Yeah, 2002.
Yeah, Japan was 2002. I remember that year, that World Cup specifically because my dad went to the World Cup with Mike Ashley.
Oh, nice. Nice. End of that conversation.
Massive. Lots of courts. A lot of courtrooms were involved after. Anyway, I digress. I digress.
So anyway, talking of World Cups and everything.
Talking of World Cups, great. Yes. Woohoo.
Let's go to an England match-worn shirt.
Ooh, an England match-worn shirt. What era are we looking at?
2 years ago. Last year.
Oh, yeah, really recent.
Year. Yeah, under 21, so the youth team.
Okay.
Under 19s, I believe. Sorry, under 19s. This is Ryan Sessegnon shirt.
Wow, Ryan Sessegnon. Where is he playing now?
He's at Spurs.
Yeah, I thought so because on Football Manager he always signs for Spurs, and then I thought what happens is when you play football games, it starts to merge with reality and it gets a little bit blurry. But Ryan Sessegnon, a fantastic prodigy, unbelievable talent. This player, unbelievable talent. I like his signature. It's quite curvy and stuff, and he's another one of those guys to get the number into the shirt as well.
It does help when
into the signature. I really like that. That's a really nice shirt. Is it quite stretchy, that one as well? I said dry fit.
Not really, but it's like proper fitting. Look at the
size. You can see it.
Proper
it's kind of got like a Coca-Cola bottle. It's kind of
Pamela Anderson. We should say. Yeah.
Yes. That's a really nice shirt. So how collector?
No.
Ooh,
no.
Okay. Tell us the story of Ryan Sessegnon.
I won it in a raffle.
Oh, brilliant story. Okay. And how was that? Was it a question or was it just you bought a ticket? You get the subs and then you won it. What was that? Was that the top prize?
Yeah.
Amazing. I never win. Can I just put it out there? I never win anything, especially raffles.
I never win anything. You
clearly do.
I was just blown away. I went, oh my God. So
that's amazing. What a shirt to win.
And I've given that to my son. My son's got that because my son's got this massive affiliation with Ryan Sessegnon. And Billy loves this. We spoke the other day on the phone and he was just talking to me about football shirts non-stop. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And he likes the old school shirts, he's got these when I pass away. So he's
bringing the tone down quite nicely. Very nice.
Just turns it up a little bit.
Well, it's realism, I guess, but there we are. Yeah, Gavin, that's a great shout. It's a good fit. I think that will fit Lee beautifully. That shirt. I think it will fit him. C'est magnifique. Yes.
I'm not having that, Gav. I'm not having that, mate. I'm not having that. Not having that. But the next shirt. It's another brand that I really like.
Okay.
This brand and Admiral. I find absolutely just amazing. I don't like.
Do they make shirts anymore?
Yeah, Admiral do. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see them much anymore. If I'm going to be completely honest,
I think they're only making Shrewsbury at the moment, but they were all over the place.
You have to Google that right now on the fly.
I'm not a fan of Adidas and Nike and all the generic stuff. I like things that stand out, which everybody's going to find out very soon with a certain thing that we have planned. But nevertheless,
I can see it. Yeah, I can see it, Admiral. Okay. Yeah. It instantly, whenever you see the Admiral badge, it instantly brings back nostalgia of the older shirts and how many people used to have them. You don't see them anymore, apart from apparently Shrewsbury. But there we are.
But this
all right. So what's this shirt?
This shirt was given to me by the player, and I went to Australia and picked him up a boomerang and sent it to him. Great story, great lads. Obviously, it's a Fulham shirt again.
Oh wow! Look at that. What a fantastic badge.
Guess the year. There we go. Guess the year.
I'm going to go early 80s. I'm going to go early 80s because of the collar. I'm going to go with early 80s for the collar.
We go early 80s with the policeman collar.
Yes, yeah, it reminds me of
Early
the Met.
80s, okay. You're
Yeah,
wrong.
it reminds me of the Met. Anyone else, guys? Anyone else? Le Coq Sportif. Look at that, a bit of old school again.
It's beautiful.
Oh, you can see it's got the sort of like diamond prints on it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's quite a nice little touch. I like that. Kind of shimmies in the light.
Matchworn by a Fulham legend, Rodney McAray, who, as any Fulham fan will know, put the ball in the Carlisle net.
Oh, here we go. So Simon's coming in with 91, and Mr. Bailey, aka Bias, is coming in with a 94.
Nope.
Oh, are they warm or are they freezing cold?
A little bit higher from Matthew.
Okay. 95.
96.
96. We'll go with 96. The first year I bought an England shirt when I was a little lad.
Wow. And obviously
so it's
you've got
quite
the nationwide.
You've
got the nationwide.
Oh, yeah.
These
look
are
at that. Wow.
It's long sleeve.
Yeah, well, we don't like long sleeves.
It's just a wonderful
So you
shirt.
You kept the old school look of the Fulham council badge for quite some time.
Yeah.
What year did you make What year did Fulham make the transition from the council badge to the more familiar crest that we see today?
Where we got into the Premier League. I remember, obviously, I didn't have the internet, and most people I knew didn't have the internet, but we all had season tickets, and we got a little packed through.
Right.
And it was just showing the new badge, and it was just
what was the overall? I was going to ask what was the overall opinion, but I think you kind of summed it up. No, you summed that up beautifully. Beautiful response.
I'm not a fan of it. You know,
it's tricky, isn't it? It's tricky. Sometimes you've got to kind of update, rejuvenate, revitalize. There's lots of buzzwords that you can use, but sometimes people just don't like it. Like the Arsenal badge. I like the sort of the 90s Arsenal badge. That's my favorite badge. And there's lots of rumors about it maybe making a comeback. I even like the 125 year anniversary one with the ones with the leaves, the white Arsenal badge. It was white and it had the Arsenal the crest that goes around it. That's quite a nice looking shirt. That's for sure. I liked the look of that one.
That was our 125 year badge there.
Yeah, there you go. There we are.
This was
1879. A good. What's that? 7 years before Arsenal. That's 7 years before Arsenal became a thing. Well, I say Woolwich Arsenal.
And again, this, like I said, we go back to the Vault shirt. This is obviously not the Vault shirt. This is Michael Timlin, who was at Fulham.
Yep.
A few games for Fulham. Good player. Obviously went to prison and so forth. But it is huge. Again,
it's a big shirt.
The size of it is phenomenal.
That's a big shirt. It's just, I'm guessing it was just the style.
Yeah,
it went from really small and skinny, and like really tight, like micro shorts, to getting really, really big over. That makes sense though, because I remember, what is this? What year is this?
2004.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So, I was early to mid teens then. I was all about just wearing baggy clothes. That was the style.
That was
baggy jeans, baggy skater jeans, baggy tees. It was all about the baggy look. So I'm guessing, obviously, translated. You obviously overlook it when you watch football because you just see that as the norm. So you don't overlook this until you go back and calculate it yourself in today's day and age. But it obviously fashion does obviously make its way into football shirts, obviously, because they want you to buy the shirt. So it wants to be in the trend of what is then and now and stuff like that. So
yeah, definitely. It's crazy, This one, another personal favorite of mine. It's 1992 Fulham away shirt, Matchworn. I picked this up from a collector as well. I just like the simplicity of it. I'll show you.
I do like I like simple shirts. They're some of my favorite shirts. Oh, I do like that. It's got the old crest on it again.
Okay, again, we go back to that we've had quite a few badges over the years for them.
Yeah.
But it's just raised. It just looks classy. It's got the nationwide league badges before.
Oh wow!
Come through. Where are we?
Look at that. That's classic right there. That's yeah. I like that. I like that one. And that, once again, it's that look of not having the name. As much as I do like having the name on the shirt, I kind of think that the number has got that real, just simplistic, crisp looking shirt. I really like that.
That's a beautiful shirt.
Dean Coney, Gavin in Coney.
Yes, yes, Gavin, my boy.
That was brilliant. Gavin coming in straight in with Dean. Full stop. Coney.
Dean Coney.
Brilliant. That's a good shirt. All red as well. All red.
Yeah. A little bit of history here.
Okay.
So obviously now most football clubs are sponsored by betting firms.
Yeah, well, obviously, you know, somebody mentioned obviously that dab.com is a betting firm. Yep. There's a lot of talks going on around at the moment. Some football clubs in like in today's day and time, like right now, are talking about how they are releasing their contracts on these betting firms, especially in the tough financial times that's going on right now with obviously the coronavirus and a lot of people out of jobs and everything like that. So apparently a lot of clubs are actually saying we're no longer having this as our sponsors. They're going to be rejigging stuff because like 80% of football clubs now in the Premier League are sponsored by betting companies.
Do you know who the first was?
No.
You don't know who the first was?
No, I don't know who the first was.
I'll show you who the first was.
Oh, okay. Oh, I smooth transition. Betfair. Well, there you go. Betfair.com.
Worn by again another absolute legend at Fulham. You can't say his name without saying "Long live the King." It's the King, Louis Saha.
Wow, what a shirt! Starkey was mentioning Saha a little bit earlier in the chat. Louis Saha, the French ledge.
Long live the King. Yeah,
unbelievable. What a shirt.
I think, here you go, it's still muddy.
It's still
from
muddy.
Loftus Road.
Wow. That's great. Is that smelling like passion, that shirt? Is that a passion shirt?
Yeah, I kind of shrink wrap it and just keep it and just, yeah, it's all, if you look at the bottom bit here, you see all the mud?
Yeah, you can see it all. Unbelievable. And obviously, everybody knows, obviously, Louis Saha. He made his way to, obviously, Manchester United. After that, I know he played for Tottenham and Everton and Sunderland as well. But he made the massive jump to Manchester United. Like, he must have played, obviously, I know he played well. I know he's a good footballer, but he must have done some good stuff in the Fulham shirt for him to get noticed by Manchester United, man.
He was absolutely amazing every time he got the ball. Gav, obviously, being a Newcastle fan, had him before us. I think it was on loan from Metz. And subsequently, we got him, and him and good friend Barry Hales were absolutely immense up top. I think I've got a Barry Hales shirt in there somewhere. But like, again, long sleeve. That's what I was going to say. That's the first betting firm ever to do a football shirt.
Betfair.com.
That was the one.
So how do you feel about betting companies just being on the front of football shirts? Because even between the match on television and stuff, you get like
Ray Winston,
betting play. Nah,
I'm not.
If you don't bet, I'm gonna curb you. That sort of thing, you know. What do you like? Don't get me wrong. Like, once again, it's your decision to do what you need to do. But I have been around somebody that had a betting problem, and it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant.
I'm not a gambler. I've never been a gambler.
Neither have I.
I don't understand it, but I go football, and a lot of my mates are like on watching the game, going, "Oh, he's coming on. I bet on him," and I'm like, "Drop it out, mate."
Don't get it. I just don't get it. But don't get me wrong. I'm not just saying that it's not like a thing. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate it. That's my that's my Ray Winston impression. It's the amount of times I see the advert. I can't help it. Jamie Winston, his daughter is obviously does a lot of films, has done a lot of films. So you don't really see her anymore, but you just instantly think of Ray Winston every time you see Jamie Winston. Speaking of Jamie Winston, watch. Is it Donkey Punch? It's the worst film ever, but she's in it. It's awful. It's so bad. But yeah, if you want to watch a really bad film with Jamie Winston in, Donkey Punch, there you go. Enjoy that one, guys.
But do you know what annoys me? Obviously, the kids can't have sponsors on their shirts that are betting firms or alcoholic or cigarette firms.
Well, of course, yeah. Well, okay. Sure, yeah.
But most kids watch football at home. And like you said, before the game, you got Ray Winston, Chris Kamara, your latest odds, Harry Kane to score.
It's plastered everywhere.
Yeah, if you don't tell the kids about it, if you just get on and wear the shirt and wear the sponsor on it, kids ain't going to be bothered. But they're not. Questions. My son asked the question as soon as his shirt couldn't have the sponsor on it, he went, "Why can't I be like the players?" And now that's conversation starting. I was betting. What's betting? Just put it on there. The kids ain't going to look at it and go, I want to bloody bet. It's just... anyway, off that subject. Next shirt.
Gavin made a good point. Obviously, charities being on shirts, I think. But the problem is then it still gets a little bit weird because, you know, if you're supporting a particular charity, then there's going to be a political drive behind it. Then you're going to start showing political leanings. It gets a little bit skew-whiffy there again. So it's eggshells with sponsors.
Who is it? Actually, Gavin, I wonder if you can help me. What club was it recently that has put the NHS on as a sponsor? It was a club. I can't remember if it was in Scotland. I saw it recently. I don't know who it is. If someone can help me out there, that'd be much obliged. But yeah.
Okay.
But next shirt, let's go.
Next shirt. It reminds me of like UNICEF, Barca and stuff like that. That's the only thing I can kind of remember. But anyway, here we go. Lime green, another Fulham shirt because I recognize that badge now. I recognize the badge all the time now. Every time I see it, Demon Internet. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Before Google,
before Google, did they used to send it to you in a floppy disk through the door?
Yes. This shirt is actually signed by the youth team.
Oh right. Who? Sorry, I need to ask who's the one right underneath the Adidas badge? They put a love heart. That's beautiful. How?
All right. He was destined for big things. I don't know what happened to him, if I'm honest.
It's not a Freddie Adu, is it? It's not another Freddie Adu.
Got Dean Leacock here.
Wow.
Who else? You've got loads of other players that obviously didn't make it and so forth. It's just, again, this shirt always reminded me of like Paul Moody played in this shirt for them. Stan Collymore. There's a few players that wore this shirt. Bit loud in your face and very much a time for the 90s. Again, it's a bit bigger around the bottom.
You can kind of see it. It's kind of got like a tailfish sort of finish to it.
It's just for the era of the 90s. I really, as you've seen, I really like the 90s shirts. Be that Fulham, whoever, you know. It's just they were loud, they were right in your face. And something that we could just again look back on. It sticks in your mind. It's not a generic like away shirt. It's just a lime green. A lot of people didn't like it. I liked it, and there's something that's just something different.
Yeah,
very different.
Hibs. It looks like it's Hibs.
Hibs. I think that could be it. You know that? Yeah, I think that could be it. This obviously is not a well-known brand.
Oh, I don't know that. Airness. I've never seen that branding before. Has anyone in the chat? You probably have, but please let me feel like I'm not an idiot. And there's some people that go, "Oh, I've not seen that either," because I've not seen that. Airness kind of looks like Puma's brother, but just not Adidas.
A lovely shirt.
That's an interesting shirt. The kind of it kind of tapers in. It looks like styling looks like it's been tapered
massively. It's an XL. Okay. Yeah. Shit you not.
So then, wow, that's an XL shirt.
And look at the back. It's worn by I think, a co-host on Soccer AM now.
Oh, really?
Bullard, Jimmy Bullard.
Jimmy Bullard. I still watch him score top bins on Soccer AM. He does that all the time. What a great shirt. The old...
It's a weird shirt. It's a lot of people don't like us in blue for obvious reasons. Chelsea and so forth. Sure.
It's getting you are walking the line a little bit there, aren't you?
A lot of people tend not to go for it. I'm personally a yellow fan. I love Fulham in yellow, but I don't mind the blue. I don't mind the blue, if I'm honest.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I would have a problem if Arsenal started wearing white one day, just like white shirts. I'd probably, lily white. I'd get a little bit upset. But, the blue looks pretty good on the Fulham. Looks pretty good. It makes the red stand out.
Yeah, it's obviously your branding is a simple design. But, yeah, it does massively stand out. Massively.
Makes the crest of the logo, the Fulham logo, stand out really, really nicely with the red writing and stuff. It's quite nice.
Again, like this shirt, we've done a reproduction. We done a modern take on it a couple of years ago, which I have Aaron Hughes' shirt for, but not in this pile. This shirt, we won the league. I remember going to Gillingham, Bolton, and wearing this shirt. Well, not wearing it, but the player's wearing it. This is issued to a player that was a great player. Stevie Hayward. He didn't make it onto the pitch, but this was issued to him. It's a wonderful shirt.
Before we show this, Lee, just going to quickly say thank you to Ed, who is going to pop off now, and he's going to go shopping for the elderly neighbour. So we can just give some love to Ed.
Well done, Ed.
Ed, absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for popping in and doing the shopping for someone as well that can't technically do it. So beautiful stuff there, Ed. And hope to see you next week. And obviously, my invitation that I spoke to before the stream started, it obviously stands. If you want to pop by my community and we can just talk football, whatever you want to do, you know where to find me on Twitter. So that offer still stands. But anyway, Lee, the shirt, Demon Internet again. We're back. I like it.
It's just such an iconic shirt for Fulham fans. It does take you back to that wonderful season that we had under John Tigana. Every player I spoke to about John Tigana were just talking about him non-stop. Great person. Obviously, his philosophy was unbelievable when it come for us. It was just a pleasure watching us play football week in, week out. We were just destroying teams, and it just, again, this shirt just brings back that time before kids, before everything else, and going up with your pals and having a right old laugh, going up to Bolton and just getting abuse up at Bolton, left, right, and centre. It was. And just getting called a Southern everything under the sun. But yeah, it was good. Obviously, the printing, the numbers.
I like the printing on the numbers. That's very nice.
It's come away a little bit, but
it's still there. That's really nice.
And the thing is with these, obviously you've got your free Adidas free stripes.
That's
and then obviously you heat press the badge on.
Oh yeah,
freaking cracks.
No.
So it's all cracked.
What a shame. What a shame.
It's disgusting.
Bloody Adidas shirts.
yeah. Obviously, it's an iconic thing. They're three stripes.
You can't get rid of the three stripes, can you? It's part and parcel of the history of Adidas. You know what I mean? You can't get rid of it.
Oh, massively, yes.
Just like Puma shirts, when Arsenal had Puma shirts for those number of years that no Arsenal fans don't like talking about it. But they used to rip at least one a game. An Arsenal shirt would have their shirt ripped, and they'd look like they're trying to strip on the pitch. It was just like, we were like, Adidas, please come back. We love you, please. So we're very happy. Arsenal fans are very, very happy to be back with Adidas. It's just a shame, once again, it's not the old logo. I would have loved to have seen the old logo.
Yeah, it's quite iconic, isn't it? It's just,
and then you've got the Nike. I was just thinking of logos. Obviously, PSG, they did the Air Jordan logo as opposed where the Nike badge would be. I thought that was quite a nice little touch, as you know, as is PSG anyway. They probably bought it just to do it because they were bored. They were just like having a load of drinks, and they were like, "Well, it would be a great idea if we just buy the Jordan logo so we can have it on the shirt." Probably, but I thought it was quite a nice touch regardless. But it's a shame, as I said, PSG were the ones to do it. But
yeah, I'm not a fan of. I had a PSG shirt back in the 90s. I got rid of it. I think I gave it to someone. I can't remember.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I look back at that, and that's obviously is that era, isn't it? I look back at that and think to myself, wow, what class shirt that was. I was playing out, doing this, doing that. But yeah. Next shirt is probably probably one of the most gifted players I've ever seen at Craven Cottage. He was an absolute luxury to watch. He played for Man United. He played for Spurs. Where did he go after us? I don't know.
Neymar was behind the Jordan logo. Yeah, that doesn't shock me.
It's just more sales, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it was.
Anyway, this
right.
Shirt.
So Fulham shirt. This particular player played for Fulham, United, and
Spurs.
And Tottenham. So Marathon, another betting company on there as well. I don't know how I feel about the V-neck. This is obviously an early 2000 shirt.
Nope. This is 2000. And 4,
yeah.
15?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, got it. It's got to be Berber. Yeah, it's got to be Berber. Yeah,
Matchworn. He was just an absolute delight to watch.
He's another one of those players that we're talking about with Paul Moody. He's got that sort of lasercal attitude and style that a lot of people don't like nowadays. You know, obviously Mesut Ozil, someone that I really like, gets a lot of flack because of that style. But this is one of those players that kind of adapted it and took it to another level. You know what I mean? He had that play style where he was very, very casual, very chill on the pitch, but instantly he just switched on. Very smart footballing brain, Berbatov. As much as I know he played for Tottenham, he was a very, very good player. Very good player.
It was an absolute luxury to watch. It's just, I just don't know, like, obviously with yesterday's anniversary, the 10th anniversary, I don't know where them 10 years are gone. I'm getting bloody confused with everything and times and dates and everything. I'm just getting a little bit confused. But also, we go for an Adidas away shirt here, 1998. It's Fulham in yellow is just something to behold. It is.
As I said, I like Arsenal in yellow, so I do like the yellow.
Adidas logos down here.
Yeah, that's quite unusual. Normally have it on the crest of the arm, but having it down here is. You've
got them in the numbering.
I see. I like that touch. I really like the three stripes.
Their brand in there.
Yeah, it's put into the numbers. I kind of like that. That's really, really nice.
It's such a lovely shirt. It's for what 98. It's still held its colour.
Yep.
It's just a basic shirt, but I just find it so, again, it takes me back to great memories.
Wow.
They've seen better days, but
I'm so considering how old these shirts are, it's incredible that you've got so many in such great condition. I'm going to be completely honest.
I look after them more than I look after myself. That's the sad reality of it. And
That's it. Make sure, guys, if you haven't already, if you hit a like on the video, that would be incredible. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel and you've been brought here by other means, it would be awesome if you subscribe to the channel. Every little helps. And there are other food providers out there, not just Tesco. So just stealing the Tesco. So, yeah.
I think I've got about 3 of these. Barry, Sean, and Zach. This is Zach Knight's shirt. Unbelievably huge. Obviously, Zach Knight is huge. We won at Spurs in this shirt.
Oh, beautiful.
It's just black, simple, little bit of red.
I like that though. I like that because once again, the black and then the red with the just little hints of the red really make the logo stand out again with the red, and it's just all very nice. I like it. Puma.
Yeah.
Did they rip? Did they rip much?
No,
Oh, well, there you go.
no, they didn't. They
But
must
the
have
thing is,
got
with
a
the
dodgy
Puma shirts with
manufacturer.
Arsenal, most recently, they were trying to make them. That's when they started really doing those match fit shirts,
Yeah, I'm
and
not
they
a
tried
fan
to
of
make
that.
them like really tight. You know,
Yeah, it's just
Simon said he's wearing that shirt at the moment. No way. Are you really, Simon? That's incredible. You're wearing that shirt right now. Arya's coming up with Zat Knight.
yes.
Here we are.
Zach Knight is this. Well, this is Paul Moody's era. This one,
Yep.
again, it's an absolute banger of a shirt.
Multi-signed.
Yeah.
There we go.
So you've got flash badges on the side, and obviously most clubs that sign shirts sign it all at the bottom. That's a little fact for you.
I like that. I like that though. I like the signings all at the bottom of the shirt. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, Gav is right. Gav is right. And if I remember rightly, didn't Lee Clark score? Or was there a bomb scare? I'm getting confused with. There was a bomb scare. No, I'm not joking. Fulham versus Newcastle. I can't remember what year it was. What year it was? But we were at Loftus Road, and there was a bomb scare, and there was a 45-minute delay.
Jesus.
Fair play to the Geordies. They all was there, I think, because it was so near to BBC. Someone will correct me. I ain't got.
BBC. What? White City.
Yeah. So this is GMB. Obviously, the Adidas, just their logo.
I kind of like just the writing as well.
I like it.
I like the writing. It. I think that's pretty nice.
The whole shirt design is exactly the same as the away shirt. Obviously, different colours, and obviously not the middle bit here. Not that. It's just the literal layout of it. The actual design is in the pattern.
Yeah, you can see it's all the subtle things. It's really well done. I do like the 3 stripes. I am a sucker for the 3 stripes. Massive sucker.
It does strike. Here we go. Someone mentioned this player a minute ago. American. So we go back to that.
Oh, yeah. This was a little while ago. Ernest, we're back to Puma's brother, Ernest. Yep.
It's worn by Carlos Bocanegra, American.
There we go.
Again, it's just I think they're taking up the Admiral line here with the.
That's a tiny shirt, Lee. That's a tiny shirt.
It's XXL.
No way. That's a tiny shirt. What? What was the smalls looking like then? They're just like micro shirts. They're like kids shirts. Yeah, I was thinking McBride, but no.
It's just it's phenomenal. It's just
that's such a small shirt for an XXL.
And then compare it with this Zach Knight. So hold on.
Yeah.
I'll put them up together.
Hilarious, mate. Absolutely hilarious. Look at that. Jesus Christ. And the one, guys, just to put this clear, the one in front is XXL. Just letting you know, the one in front is XXL. What's the Zat Knight shirt? How big's the Zat Knight? Is that an XL?
That is it will be XL.
Yeah, I thought as much.
But yeah,
but yeah, XXL. So the one in front is bigger, apparently.
And obviously, that's our first.
Must be toddlers XXL. It must be. It must be. Why did he wear that? It was just. Do you know what? It probably goes back to like a story. I'm guessing it's a Matchworn.
Yeah, this is all. Yeah. They're all worn. But
so
if you look at this, look at the.
Oh,
it's Kappa.
Right.
It's Kappa. It's like Kappa.
It's Kappa and Adidas, Kappa and Puma had a baby together. That's what that is.
So yeah, it's just stretches. It's just all of it just stretches. So you can go.
Whoa! Yeah, that really stretches, man. And when was this? When was the show?
2006. 7.
Wow! Yeah. Before its time, way before its time. Like Waterworld, great film. Just before its time. Paul Kevin Costner. I love Waterworld. Good film. Right, next shirt.
So we go for 1992. This is signed by the 1992 Fulham team. Away shirt, sorry, 92 away shirt. It is so its period. Can you see the flashes of the design?
I love the checkers. I love the checkers. Man. It's brilliant. I love that. The little badges, the little neck, the little button on the neck.
The popper.
Quality. Love that.
It's
That's
just
proper.
the popper. It's just. I saw this on eBay, and I was in New Zealand, and the geezer was selling it in England. So I stayed up all night in New Zealand just to win this bid. So I wasted a day at the other side of the world just to win this.
Just to win this shirt, and it was worth it, mate. What
Oh
a great shirt.
worth it, definitely
What
worth
a great shirt.
I would love to see these kind of designs come back and just like be unique. And it's
I don't think you ever will, man. I don't think you ever will. It's going to turn into something like out of the Brazilian league, where every single panel on the shirt is going to have an advertisement on it, a different advertisement.
Yeah. Oh,
one on the arm, one on the bottom of the shirt, at the back, one on the top of the shirt, at the back above the name, one on the stomach, one on the chest. You're going to have football shirts are going to get nothing but cakes in sponsorships, especially now with the time and the age of what's going on in the economy around the world. It's just going to get worse,
definitely.
Mate. It's going to get worse.
We go for another Nike one.
Here we go.
He played for Fulham and Reading, this player. Again, I like this shirt.
It's that class. As much as I know Fulham, obviously, and everybody knows Fulham wear the white shirts and whatnot. I remember Fulham in red shirts, if not just as much as white shirts.
Yeah, it's just I just love this. It takes me back to obviously the Europa League journey, and we had a player, Nicky Shorey.
Oh wow, that's an old name. That's an old name.
And again,
is that the black parts on the side? Are they see through?
Yeah, they're a bit netty. Yeah. So
yes,
good point. That it's. I'll show you. Let me put my hand through it.
Get some air through.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but
yeah, you can see it. I can see your hand, and I can see the light coming through it as well.
Yeah. So it's I don't know. I just really like that shirt. Sulky, there's Solkayun. Oh man, there's some good names coming out today, man. We've got. Let's go pick a number for me, Deke. This is
17.
17. All right, then here we go. So Dennis the Menace. This was the nickname of the Dennis the Menace shirt. We had two versions of this shirt. Okay.
Yep.
One with the sponsor here, the badge here. One with the badge here.
Yeah.
So it was different.
Oh wow, yeah, that's a proper Dennis the Menace shirt, isn't it?
And again,
oh my god,
size is XL. Size of it.
That's a huge shirt, isn't it? That's a ginormous shirt. Once again, simple, just the Adidas name. Long sleeve, not my bag. But I like the sleeves, the cuffs on it.
Yeah,
quite nice. The white. That's quite nice. That's quite a nice little touch.
It's lovely. It's obviously made famous for, I would say, our little trip to Margate, if I'm honest, where we played them, where Buster Blood Vessel was their owner, I believe. And it was on TV. It weren't too bad, if I'm honest. And obviously, we've gone on to do what we've done. And Margate have stayed where they are. But it's nice, just like reminiscing. I remember it watching it on television and just getting excited, and it's just crazy.
It's quite a nice shirt. I like that one. As much as it's just Dennis the Menace, it's quite a nice shirt.
It's stand out. It's very stand out. I just like the fact that you could just take yourself to a different place and think of other things that you're going with, what a time was. Paul Pesky Salido, Gav said, what a player, little Canadian guy.
That's stunning.
It's got to be another poppy shirt worn at Anfield. And there is, if you look at the flyer that we done, there was this shirt with Stevie Gerrard behind it. Obviously, this is not Stevie Gerrard's shirt.
No, but
it's pronounce that name for me.
It's got a lot of pronunciation accents over the seas, man, and they're not even the same. They're different. Both of them are different.
Kakanich we go
Nich Village. Okay. Kakanich Village. All right.
Again, look at the size of it. Again, it cuts down, like you said, the Pamaradson bottle. It just cuts in. Look at the cut.
Karen Brady's husband?
Yeah, Paul Pesky Salido, yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry.
No, not Kaepernick.
No. I was thinking. Hold on. There's obviously a slight delay. There's a slight delay, obviously. So, I was thinking, hold on.
This,
right. So, should we just have a look at a couple more shirts then?
Yeah, let's have a look.
We've been going on an hour and 20. As much as this is good.
Matthew Bailey, you're right.
Caught up in this. Lee's getting caught up in this.
Matthew Bailey's right. Swedish. Kaepernick Village was. Obviously, we're back to Kappa now.
Here we are, back with a Kappa, the stretchy. FX Pro as well. Back there.
By none other than Mr. Danny Murphy.
Wow, now that's a good shirt.
I have quite a few of Danny Murphy shirts. I got quite a few of them. Probably my favourite one's the yellow one. I have got the. I just like Fulham in yellow. It's
I know you do.
My preference, and it's
no. So I'm the same with Arsenal. So
should we go one more?
Let's do one more.
So we won the league, the championship or Division 1, nationwide Division 1, if you want to call it that back then.
Yep.
In this shirt, signed by, you got Jean Tigana at the top here.
Wow.
That's the back here. Jean Tigana. Worn by, who went on to be our manager, Mr. Kit Simons. The size of the shirt.
That's a big boy shirt.
It's huge.
That is a big boy shirt. Who's the signature at the bottom? Who's kind of just gone, oh, is there no space? I'll sign it here.
Wayne Collins.
There you go.
Wayne Collins. Yeah, but yeah, it's nice. But again, with this,
yeah,
it's done it again. Yeah. It's literally, oh God, I can't even bloody open it. But yeah, it's done it. But that is, I would say that's a quarter of the collection.
Wow.
If it's hopefully we can get talks with Fulham and kind of do something positive with men's mental health and shirts, and
that would be great,
and so forth. I think that's the whole reason behind this. Thank you for coming up with the idea last week offline when you said let's do that. Obviously, we're trying to fill in what we're trying to get the message out here. So if anybody wants to message us, our socials are at the bottom here. Please get in contact. If you want a certain show or we're going to try and get a certain person on, just let us know and we try our best to achieve it. We're running out of stuff at the moment. I think me and you are just going to next week just sit here and have a beer and talk shite.
Oh, that sounds good to me, man. That sounds good to me. I've got lots of positive stuff to talk about and everything like that. Speaking of, if you don't know already, in England, from Monday, there is going to be some changes to the lockdown. So go and check out on the government website. But there are a lot of changes, including going to see one person outside of your current household. So if you're missing a particular friend or a member of family or something like that, you can do that on Monday. But just obviously check the government website. But things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. We are tackling this. We don't know what this all is. We're all living this for the first time. Everybody in charge, not just us. Everyone's doing this for the first time. So there are changes coming. So make sure you just check on the government website if you're living in England. Obviously, just check websites from wherever you are if you're not living in England. And on another positive note, the Bundesliga is back this weekend, guys. Starting game is going to be, I think it's Schalke and Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund and Schalke in the Bundesliga at 2 p.m.
I messaged you on Monday regarding Euro 96. You've been watching it?
I haven't been watching it. No, I've been streaming, and that's taken up a lot of my time. But I haven't been watching. I want to watch the only one I want to watch is the Scotland game. That's the only one I want to watch. What's the game where like Gaza plays it to Sheringham squares it to Shearer, and Shearer just rifles it into the roof of the net. Holland. That's okay. So those are the only two games that I want to watch because I've got proper nostalgia. As I said, 96 was the first year that I bought an England shirt. I was a kid, obviously back then. I was 6. No, I would have been 10. I would have been 10 years old, and
making me feel old.
Yeah, 10 years. Yeah, sorry, 10 years old, and I had a tiny little shirt, and I was a full kit wanker actually. I had the shirt, the shorts, and the socks. And I always used to wear the socks because I used to my mum and dad's place at the time, they had wooden floorboards, so I used to just put the socks on and like slide around everywhere, like doing something out of risky business, sliding around everywhere. So
yeah,
they're the only 2 games I want to watch. So when they come up, just let me know. But I haven't been able to watch it. But yeah, Bundesliga's back this weekend, guys. It's all on BT Sport. I don't know if you've got it, but obviously there are other things available. But yeah, Bundesliga's back, and the Serie A is back in start of June as well, guys. So we are going to be watching proper, and I'm talking proper live football again. Obviously, this weekend it's Wednesday now, so only a few more days until the Bundesliga. So I've chosen Bayer Leverkusen as my German substitute team, just to fill in for now, just because of Kai Havertz. He's a very underrated young attacking midfielder.
Actually.
Yeah,
I'm going to pick the worst team for this.
Oh yeah, Berlin. You got Hertha Berlin or something like that, or even Cologne. Cologne, is it? Cologne? Yeah. Podolski used to play for Cologne. He's got a Cologne badge tattooed here, and he's got an Arsenal badge tattooed here because he loves it. He loves it. And he played for Arsenal like 3 years, and he just went, "Oh, I love Arsenal." And we went, "We love you too. You just can't run. You just can't run. You can hit the ball really hard, but you can't run." But yeah, so football is coming back. But yeah, everything's starting to come back a little bit. So it's absolutely great. Yeah. Yeah. They had it worse, but they're coming back sooner. Exactly. But they went into. I mean, it was pretty much, what was it? What was the word? It's not where it's like not quarantine, but it's kind of martial law. It just went boom, bang, and just like went, no, you're not doing anything. Very early on, because we were still kind of doing what we were doing and stuff like that time. So they caught it quite early, just like your hero John Terry. Shut up, Rick. Anyway, that's a long story for another time. Maybe we can talk about that next week when we have a beer and we can talk about funny stuff.
Yeah, just please, people, if you know our socials are there, please give us some ideas that you want us to do. A certain player. I think we've got someone for next week, if I'm honest, but obviously we want to keep going, and obviously with your input is more vital than anybody's at the moment. And I want a few of you coming on and talking about your stories. A lot of you have walked with us, so I would like to hear your stories. You've got videos that have done before which we edited while we could walk, but let's keep talking, boys. Let's keep going, and till next time, Deke, it's been a pleasure, mate. It was
good. It was good. It was great to see all the shirts, learning something. My knowledge on football shirts is pretty hazy at best. So it's great to see all the shirts and learn something. So awesome stuff. And thank you very much for everyone that's been involved, apart from Dimmock, who's a close friend of mine. Apart from him, I'll explain what the Chelsea thing is and the running Chelsea joke next week. I'll explain it next week with the running Chelsea joke, because they keep saying I support Chelsea. But I'll explain it next week. But anyway, Lee, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks,
Thank
mate.
you for everyone that's been involved. Lee,
we'll see you next week, as always.
Week.
Wednesday, 7 p.m. Be good, keep smiling, people, and well done, Ed, for looking after his neighbour. People, if you can, please help other people. We still need help. People need help. Reach out and just lend a hand. It's not rocket science, but tweet us your views on what we should do, where we should go, and how we should go about it. And your input is massive, massive, massive to us.
Exactly.
So from me and Deke,
this is our thing. This is our thing. Walking Talk's ours. Ours as a community, not just Lee's, not anyone specifically. It's everybody's. It's the community's thing. It's the community's baby. So let's get it all working together.
Yeah, let's do it, man. So till next Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I'll see you later, people.